Center Prague. And this is my colleague who is responsible for Commercialization Reactor, Martina. And we will share presentation. So we will have split some roles. So today, I would like to also remind you that if you will have any questions at the end, you can still ask us after this session or write in the chat if you are online. There's a lot of people online on the session, so we try to split it so it's more attractive for them too. Technology Center Prague, it's a new organization. It's from 90s in Prague. And the main idea of the organization is to involve Czech Republic more in a European research area, but also to support businesses, knowledge transfer between universities and industry, and help startups and companies from universities. We also do a lot of studies for ministries, and we also support Czech government with decision making. So all of the analytical strategic studies, we try to support the raw data and to make them more digestible. Currently, we are now exclusive Commercialization Reactor partner. It means that only through us you can be qualified to this program. So I just wanted to show you that how many people has registered for today. As you can see in the audience here in person, there are less. But today we have quite a big variation between scientists and between TTOs. So majority of you are academics and researchers from universities. So we try to also adjust a little bit to this presentation and make it more attractive for the audience. So today we would love to present first the program and motivation behind why this is in Czech Republic. So Nikolai Adamovitch, the founder, the father of the program, will speak a little bit about his background. He will also explain briefly what is the idea, why Commercialization Reactor Czechia. And after that, my colleague Martina Vycudilíková will explain the rules, timeline, how the program looks like. After that, we will have researcher stories. They will have brief introduction and they will explain how the process looked like for them in the past. They are alumni of Commercialization Reactor. So they were paired with the other partner and they will explain also the spin-offs from universities. After that, we will have also moderated discussions. I have collected some questions from some of the people from the audience, and I have also, you can also ask the questions later around 3 o'clock. So that will be also the room for any question that may pop up. And after questions, answers round, we will also summarize what are the next steps, so you can have clarity after today's meeting if this is something for you or not, or what will be the next natural follow-up. So I will now leave the room for Nikolai Adamovitch. So Nikolai, can you hear us well and clear?
Yes. Good to see all of you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for invitation. Yeah, may I start?
Yes, you can, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Again, good afternoon to everybody, dear scientists, dear TTO managers, and even industry people. So, I finished Latvian University many years ago. So, nuclear physics, but Soviet Union collapsed, and I had to switch all energy to making money, because no money for science at that time at all. So, and successfully built FMCG, which means fast-moving consumer goods, nothing related with science business, and which sold 20 years ago. Also, I educated as in Harvard Business School, also 25 years ago more. And I decided to become business angel investor since 20 years ago as well, and decided to invest only in science-based startups. Please. So, this is my personal story, but let me explain why commercialization reactor exists as it is. So let me start from quite philosophical question, please, man. So probably you know both of these gentlemen. Definitely you know left one. Definitely 100% of you, but maybe less. People know Josef Schumpeter, which also he lived in the same time, but not such well known in this area of this area. Why? Next, please. Because Karl Marx explained capitalism as driven by class exploitation, leading to inevitable collapse via revolution. Next, please. But this gentleman, and maybe you remember classical Karl Marx driving forces. It was the capital, which means money, labor, and rent. But Josef Schumpeter added very important driving force as entrepreneurship. And this is huge difference, and we believe in this. And this theory, please, next one. And then it means that to change this world, any company has to have entrepreneurial component, especially in deep tech. This is why all our methodology based on this quite trivial understanding, but it's not obvious for conventional attitude everywhere. So please. So we do it 16 years, already more than 16 years. We unite non-entrepreneurial scientists with entrepreneurs. And we add the entrepreneurial component. We do not try to turn scientists into business persons. We believe that somebody else can do it, please. So we did it more than 150 times, and please. Since 2018, we also manage early stage venture capital fund. Thank you. Next one, please. Yeah, please. Let's start a little bit about mindset. Commercialization Reactor was born because demand from investors. I started from myself as business angel. I immediately recognized that there is lack of investable cases from venture capital perspectives, because it should be as I said already before, entrepreneurial component should be in place. Very often in scientific cases, we see brilliant science or even technology, but a real lack of entrepreneurial component. And based on this demand from investors, we started to unite brilliant science with entrepreneurial spirit, and it was born as a reaction for demand from investors, and also from scientists and entrepreneurs as well, but from investors first, because in how to say, a wild nature, it happened quite rare. You can get statistics from universities and to see that really lack of number of spin-offs we see, please. So again, it's very simple philosophy. We believe that scientists who are perceiving and discovering beauties of universe through the prism of intellectual instruments, and entrepreneurs who are driven by covering initiatives to make it happen form. Main definition of entrepreneurs is to make things happen. This is huge and important definition. So, and we blend scientific excellence and entrepreneurial spirit. So, next, please. Yes, please. Already said. Thank you. So, and to give you more detail description how it works. Because you are probably all of you very familiar with the technology readiness levels. Let's start to see how it works through TRL growing, please. So, from TRL 0 to till TRL 4, almost all, especially in academic universities, less in research institutions, but in academic universities, definitely. It's driven by curiosity of scientists. Everything done by scientists. They have some idea what should be discovered, and in this case, leadership normally belongs to scientists. But next, please. But starting from TRL 4 to TRL 8, 7, 8, something like that, when it means mostly how to prove business, less science. Because science already proven before, and normally many of scientists already lose their interest to develop from TRL 4 to next stage. But this is the value of death, where almost biggest part of ideas, discoveries, and researchers died in this area because entrepreneurial efforts should be shown and demonstrated. It's less again about technology. It's more about the business, and the technology should fit to real industrial needs. And next, please. And this is very a small difference between entrepreneurs and managers, but it looks like. But in reality, it's huge difference because main differentiation entrepreneurs from managers sounds like entrepreneur is person who is driven by opportunities, and manager it's person who is driven by resources. It's very important because and predictability. Entrepreneurs, for them, and predictability is real good area to grow. For managers, everything should be already has some resources. Next one, and. Thank you. We operate here. So, and let me finish with that. Because you are scientists, when you start to develop from TRL 0 to TRL 4, next please, it's clear. Next. So, and next, and next. This one. So, thank you. It's enough. Okay, good. Thank you. You see this vertical line. It's phase transition. This is phase transition, and normally we do not speak about that. But to move business forward, project or case has to get some energy. To jump to another level of entrepreneurship. This is why also Commercialization Reactor exists. Next, please. So, and our methodology works perfectly for we call people like non-entrepreneurial scientists. It's not about skills. It's not about talents. Some of you could be brilliant entrepreneur, but only as entrepreneur you need to act. 24/7. That's it. So, and next one, please. Yeah, this is our philosophy, and let me finish. Why next, please. Okay, better to cover this topic during Q&A session because I already out of time. And next one, finish. Let me say. Yeah, why Commercialization Reactor in Czechia? And final slide, please. We have because our partners. We have because we found such a brilliant partner as technology center of Prague, and because we started to work in space area, Commercialization Reactor also operates European Space Agency Business Incubation Center in Latvia, but we find this common understanding, and therefore we are here. I really hope to be for you here. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your introduction, motivation, and a little bit about history and your background. I think it was quite valid to hear for us why you have this idea about Commercialization Reactor, why you call it reactor actually. So this might be related to your background as a nuclear physicist. I would like to leave the floor to my colleague who will explain the rules briefly and eligibility. Who is eligible to be as a non-entrepreneurial scientist to this program, and what does it mean for university, etc. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anna, and hello to everyone. My name is Martina, and I will actually start with the definition of an academic spin-off, because this program is all about creation of academic spin-offs. So everybody should be familiar with its exact meaning. I think that most of you probably are, but just in case there is someone who isn't, a university spin-off or spin-out is a new independent company created to commercially exploit intellectual property, knowledge, or research originally developed within an academic institution. So in other words, it's, let's say, some kind of university startup which remains connected to the university in several important ways. One of the most important is that the intellectual property usually belongs to the university. So there is always some kind of formal agreement, for example, license agreement between the university and the spin-off, so that the spin-off can use this intellectual property, which is usually behind the product that the spin-off is selling. So now let's jump into the Commercialization Reactor program. What are its specifics and goals? Nikolai already said everything, so I will just summarize. It's simply an international program for commercialization of research results, leading to the creation of deep tech, investable deep tech spin-off companies. But what is really specific about this program is that it works exclusively with researchers who do not want to leave academic environment. So in other words, researchers who are interested in commercialization but wish to pursue their academic career and while they are directly engaged in the newly created spin-offs. Because like you already heard, this program is based on the philosophy that a brilliant scientist is not equal to the good entrepreneur. And this program doesn't want to transform scientists into entrepreneurs or not even complement the scientist skills with some business skills or the skills that the entrepreneur has, because it respects that these two kind of personalities are very different and they are both needed for the successful spin-off team. So the methodology is actually pairing these two kind of personalities. It should be also stressed that this program was also awarded as the best deep tech program in Europe, according to the EIT Deep Tech Talent Initiative. And established in 2009, it has more than 16 years history in venture building. So at what level your technology is suitable for the program? Again, Nikolai already mentioned, but I will repeat that the program is interested in technologies starting at approximately technology readiness level 4, so technology validated in laboratory environment. This is the technology readiness level scale that you are probably familiar with as researchers. So you see that from technology readiness level 4, there is still a very long journey until TRL 9, when the technology is ready for commercial deployment. And this period is also called value of death. And the program is specifically established to bridge this period, because during when the basic research finish and this development and deployment starts, then a researcher usually has a problem because he usually lacks money, for example, to build a prototype, and he lacks the business skills. On the other side, investors also have problem because they are afraid to invest into technologies at this stage because they are too early stage and it's too risky for the investors. So that's when programs like Commercialization Reactor operate, and where they can significantly help you to accelerate your technology until commercial deployment. And the program in the first place was established in order to address the issue of unexploited intellectual property across universities in Europe, because you can see that more than half of European patents produced in European universities remain unexploited without direct commercial application. On the other side, there are thousands of scientific papers produced related to deep tech. So it clearly shows that the potential is very high. And the program is also very well aware of the most common barriers for this problem and addresses specifically these barriers. Now let's take a look at the map of partner countries and institutions of the program. So since its establishment in 2009, the program has spread to more than 10 countries in Europe. And the leader of this program is in Latvia, specifically in Riga, because the founder of this program is actually the institution called Commercialization Reactor. So we call the program in the same way. And today we have a pleasure to host its CEO, Nikolai Adamovitch, who spoke just before me. So Commercialization Reactor is a deep tech venture builder kind of institution, and they work with a network of partner institutions in these partner countries. Recently, the Czech Republic became also such partner country, and the Technology Center Prague is proud to become the exclusive national partner for the Czech Republic since the beginning of this year. What does it mean in practice? It means that researchers from any Czech institutions or universities, research organizations can participate in this program, and that the Technology Center Prague is there to support you throughout the process of team or company creation based on technologies coming from these Czech institutions. Yeah, so sorry, it's
technical issues.
No, it's actually the center of Commercialization Reactor, just to show you where is Riga. Okay, so now let's speak very simply about the methodology and how and why it's so efficient that it leads to creation of investable spin-offs. Again, I think that I repeat what Nikolai also mentioned already. This methodology simply pairs non-entrepreneurial scientists with entrepreneurs. Who are non-entrepreneurial scientists? It can be any scientist from universities or research organizations from the partner countries, so including now the Czech Republic. But what is also very important to mention is that the program doesn't work with individuals, but also with the entire institutions. So the participation of researcher in the program must be approved by the home institution. I will give more details later. These scientists are connected, paired with the entrepreneurs. Who are the entrepreneurs in the program? Currently, there is a network of more than 200 entrepreneurs across more than 10 countries, and these entrepreneurs are strictly selected. There is a specific qualification program through which these people have to go and pass. So they receive a specific training and they have to produce a lot of outputs in order to prove that they have the necessary skills. Mm-hmm. So the selection of the entrepreneurs is very strict. So once these two people are paired as a team, they can benefit from a support program, including mentoring, training, but also access to investment, because the Commercialization Reactor has also its own venture capital fund, and it funds projects already at pre-seed stage. What are the main benefits of the program? I will mention benefits for these two categories, because I think that most of you represented here today are coming from these two groups of people. So regarding researchers, first of all, they will see their own research results applied in real-world applications, but also commercially profit from commercialization, because they become co-founders of the spin-offs. So obviously they own equity stake in this newly founded company. In the same time, their engagement in the spin-off represents only a minimal administrative burden, because their main role is focused on the technology, while the entrepreneurs is taking care of the business, finances, and administration. For the researcher, it also does not represent any risk for his academic career, because even when he is a co-founder of the spin-off, he remains in academia and potentially can work on other scientific projects. Regarding the technology transfer officers or university or research organization management, being part of this program means more spin-offs, more successful spin-offs, because there is this proven methodology behind it and this professional management with lower risk. Also, we are talking about the true spin-offs. So it represents the source of revenues for the research organizations, because the intellectual property is theirs. So there are licensing revenues from the royalties for the institution. And last but not the least, the management of the university doesn't have to worry that the talent will leave to business, because the researchers remain at their institutions. Now let's mention a bit about some numbers of the program, and to prove that it's really a successful program. So since its establishment in 2009, the program has already led to a creation of more than 60 deep tech businesses. So more than 60 active companies, with now 3 successful exits. And I hope that Nikolai will maybe reveal some more information about these successes, and including the exits. There has been already 48 investments raised for these companies at pre-seed and seed stage, with more than 7 million euro invested into these companies, and many other numbers that you can also check. Regarding these companies, if you are interested in their profiles, you can find the entire portfolio of these companies on the program website. You can see logos and website of some of them on this slide. You can see that the scope is really very wide. They can be grouped into these 4 sectors, but it covers basically everything. But I think that even if your potential future spin-off does not belong to this category, I am sure that the program is open to actually any sector, as far as we are talking about some deep tech innovation. So now finally, I think that you are interested in some practicalities of the program. So let's take a look on how the program works in practice step by step. So they are these 5 steps leading to the spin-off company formation, starting with the researchers' registration. The researchers who are willing to participate in this program need to register. There is a registration link, which is here on the slide and also on following slides, and also it will be sent to you by email. So I think that you don't have to worry that you will miss this link. Mm-hmm. The registration is very short and simple. It takes about 4 minutes. And also it's important to highlight that obviously registration is free of charge. Step number 2 is actually preparation for the step number 3. So after you register, as a researcher, you will schedule a meeting with the Commercialization Reactor team because they need to prepare you for the big event, which is called Ignition event, and which is very important. And actually, it's a condition to participate in this event if you want to proceed with the following steps. So in the second step, you will have approximately 3 online meetings with the Commercialization Reactor team, and they will guide you on how to prepare a video page for the Ignition event, because the way how you will present yourself in the Ignition event will be through a video page. But what's also very important in this step, and it can be also step number 1, but definitely before step number 3, is that your university needs to declare intention to cooperate with the program. So they need to agree with your participation in the Ignition event. Then we have the Ignition event, which is a 2-day online event where researchers meet with the entrepreneurs and investors. Researchers introduce themselves and present their technologies, and they are trying to attract attention of the entrepreneurs to be connected with these entrepreneurs. The next date of the Ignition event is in October 2026. So if you wish to participate in such event, you should start with the registration right now, because you can see that there is some preparation tasks to be done before. Mm-hmm. Then when scientists and the entrepreneur are connected during the Ignition event, they start to work as a team. And it's something which is called the proto company. It's still not a formal company, but they already start to work as a team. And their first task is to validate the market needs and interest of the technology brought by the scientist. But it's especially the task of the entrepreneur. It's the main role of the entrepreneur to validate this market need and find some use cases. This period will take about 3 months. And in the end of this period, if the market need is confirmed, then it's only then that the spin-off company is formally created and then accelerates on TRL, enters the market, etc. Also, what is important to add that usually the ownership structure of the spin-offs created under the Commercialization Reactors program looks like this. 40% of equity stakes usually belongs to the scientist, who takes the role of so-called CSO, Chief Scientific Officer. 40% usually belongs to the entrepreneur, who takes the role of the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, and 20% belongs to the Commercialization Reactor and the local partner. So I will conclude once again by repeating the basic facts about the Ignition event, because it's a very important event which actually launches everything. So it is a 2-day online event organized usually twice a year since the beginning of this program. So the next event will be already the 25th edition, and it will take place in late October. Registration is already open, so you can register here by using this link or the QR code. And what needs to happen before this meeting is that you will have approximately 3 meetings with the Commercialization Reactor team. You will be guided on how to prepare a video pitch for this event. And your university or research organization must formally agree with your participation. What happens after this event, in case you are successfully connected with the entrepreneur, you already start to work as a team on this first task, which is the market validation. So that's all from my side, and I am open for your questions. There were no questions in the chat, so if there are some questions, you can ask. And if not, we will continue for the next part of the event.
Yes.
So basically the deal is to get the training for 20 minutes, 20% of equity. This basically, if I in a nutshell, more or less, it's or do we pay something during like the?
No. You don't pay anything. When you enter the program, you are paired with a professional entrepreneur. And then, of course, there is some mentoring and training for the team from the Commercialization Reactor. And there is also a possibility to raise some investment because Commercialization Reactor acts also as a venture capital fund.
Yeah, but then if I saw the model breakdown, so it's 50% for scientists, let's say our group, for example, 20% for the entrepreneur, which we should...
No, 40% for the scientist and 40% for the entrepreneur.
This is the one which we need to raise, because then there is only 20% left, which is for the reactor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where we kind of raise the money, or like where is the space, like, because it's 2020.
Is the ownership structure in the beginning? When the spin-off is created, this is.
We need to create a space as well for somebody if there's some investor.
Of course, if there is some investor, but this is really early stage ownership model when it starts.
Yes.
Yeah, because Commercialization Reactor can be also an investor.
Yeah, perfect.
There's a question in the chat. To be successful, the key condition is to be selected by entrepreneurs?
Yes, maybe I will leave this answer to Nikolai, if I may, because he is.
Yes, definitely. During Ignition event, main task is to convince people in audience to spend next 5 to even 10 years together with you. It's not a quick journey. It's and therefore, to be successful, to attract best people in audience, we have to prepare you very well. So and explain to them in real how to say simple words, beauty of your science behind. So and how cool you are, and to convince people to join to this idea of your technology. Formal criteria is very simple. First of all, you agree with our methodology. Second is you have already proven science, TRL4, maybe later, but for at least. So, and green light from your university or research center. This is true. We do not evaluate, and of course, you have to be champion in some area. in some area, because some novelty should be presented, and then your proto company and then spin-off will compete globally, and therefore science behind you should be cool. Let me say, we do not evaluate how cool it is. People will evaluate it, but it should be. That's it. In some area, you have to be champion or top 10, let me say, in the world.
All right. Is there any other question? All right. Thank you so much, Nikolai and Martina. So now we will go to the deep dive into experiences. So now we would like to hear some stories from the other people from the other side. So researchers who went through Commercialization Reactor, what are their thoughts? What are their experience? So we will go first to our Carlis Udris. Can you hear us well, Carlis?
Yes, I can hear you well.
All right, so you can start your presentation about your history with Commercialization Reactor, as well as if you can give us any insights with how the process looked like from pairing till establishing of spin-off. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Just a technical question. How do I switch the slides here?
We will
Stay on
switch
your
them
computer.
for you. So please
okay.
just say next.
Okay, good.
Should I switch?
Yeah, so you can switch and you can go back, doesn't matter. So hi, I'm Carlos, and not a researcher. I'm the entrepreneur, so I'm gonna tell you my experience from the entrepreneurial side. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Elogium. We were founded in 2021 in an ignition event, and this was full-on COVID at that time. So I think that was the first ignition event that happened online. But maybe I'm wrong, but it was maybe the first or one of the first which happened online, which brought multiple new things for the Commercialization Reactor. One was that it wasn't in presence, but the second was that before, most of the startups were matched with local Latvian entrepreneurs and Latvian researchers from Latvian research institutions. So it was all like a local business. But then with the online presence, a lot of universities from Europe also brought in their technologies. And this is also how I matched with 6 scientific founders from the University of Ljubljana in Slovenia. When I joined this ignition event, I didn't really know what to expect, but I knew that I wanted to do something cross borders or something international. So I was only looking for those teams which were scientific teams which were located somewhere else, not in Latvia. And yeah, I like these. I like the presentation of the scientists of the technology, and I found it interesting. I had absolutely zero previous connection with the field that we were about to work in, and that was also very interesting. But I had done different kinds of businesses beforehand, so it was a challenge for me as well. A big challenge still is. Why I'm saying here we had 6 scientific co-founders, because I think that's very important for other companies not to make the mistake we did. So we were one entrepreneur, that's me, and 6 scientists, because before joining this event, they decided, hey, okay, we have this technology which is patented. So we're just gonna, all of us who are the authors of this patent are gonna join this startup, and then we see how it goes. And then imagine that when you split this 40% equity among 6 people, there's not really much left for each one of them. So there is also not a big incentive to work. And then second, as they just decided, hey, yeah, we join and see what happens, then also it wasn't really an understanding what each of them wants to do, what is a startup, why do they want to be there? and it turned out that half of them didn't really want to be there. They said, hey, okay, we got to learn what this is. This is not for us. We just want to keep on working at the university, do the research, and not spend our time on the company. So after a year, we managed to reduce the team to 3 scientists and 1 entrepreneur, which I think is a good option. And now all 3 of them are involved in the company, and we have no, I would say, dead founders. You can switch to the next slide. Thanks. So from my view, what does the CR do? It's 4 things. One is mediation between entrepreneurs, scientists, and the university. So with mediation, I would also say introduction and mediation. So they introduce all 3 of us together. They also then facilitate trust, because from us entrepreneurs, we can see that, okay, if the CR validated this research team as being okay, then we can also invest our time and start working with them. The same, I suppose, is vice versa. Then if there is a disagreement between the company and the university, which sometimes happens on how we're going to do the patents and the licenses and what's going to happen with the IP, then we have the CR, which knows both of us well and can be a mediator, and not always in like the company side and not always in the university. So it'd be like the neutral person. That helps. Then second is the VEP and SEP support. So each new startup gets a venture entrepreneurial partner. So that's an entrepreneur who has created the same CR deep tech startup before. So they have gone through the same challenges and same problems just recently, because most of the time, the independent in which field you're operating, the deep tech startups always have the same problems. So, and then you get to talk to a person who experienced this recently. You get to learn from him. And also for me, this was a trust person when I wanted to find out something about the CR. You know, hey, is this legit? You know, are they the agreements they're handing us? Like, is it very much in favor of them or typical industry standard, and we should just accept it? Because the VEPs they're sort of from the CR, but they're not corrected and they're not being paid by CR. So like they're, again, a trust layer that helps to get this personal connection. And then there's a SEP, which honestly we didn't have, so I don't know what it does, but something similar for the scientists, I suppose. Before, when we were created, CR was offering also financial support. So this was in a form of pre-seed investment of 50,000 euros, which came in tranches of 5, 15, and 25,000. And you had to do some steps to receive the next one. As far as I know, it's not there at the moment, but will hopefully be there in the near future, the same type of financial support, which is always good. But as I heard the previous discussion, this is, let's say, your first investment, and this then you should everyone, CR including, and scientists and entrepreneurs, then give up their shares for this investor, for this investment fund to get this money. And then the last one is the acceleration program, which now is called Founders Dive. Before it was called just acceleration program. So it's the typical which which most of the incubators provide. It's a half-year intensive support and business classes for business validation. So you get to learn the basics of the startup world. What is the VC business? Why you should, how does it differ from a regular business? You get about some financials, about market validation. Then you get, you're being pushed to do something, because most of the times you're also working at your day job when you start the company. So then you're being pushed not to be lazy, hey, to go out and talk to those people and then get to report to somebody. So that's a nice way on how to keep track in the very early stage. You can go to the next. So a bit short on what do we do. So we're making probiotics for farm animals, for disease prevention, for food safety, and farming efficiency. And this year we encountered some technological obstacles, which made us pivot from poultry to swine. So we actually, after multiple validation steps, very expensive validation steps, we understood that the technology we're working on the first hand, so this bacteria we used, does not work the way intended. So we now pivoted and we're using another cocktail of bacteria to treat different disease in different animals. So we'll see how that goes. Next. We've been part of 5 startup support programs. So the reactor, which I named before, then 2 EIT programs. One is Seedbed, that's a very early stage validation, and then FAN, which is for more advanced companies, where you get to talk a lot to the corporates, to the large corporate enterprises, and get contacts there, and you can validate your ideas with them. Then a very great success was for us to be selected by Biotope, which is a vertical incubator. So there are, let's say, those horizontal ones and vertical ones. So CR is a horizontal, which accepts many different kinds of industries. So you can be in biotech, you can be in space tech, whatever. And then there is the vertical ones, which are more specialized for each company, which was for us Biotope, which works with companies in agri-food. So we got to learn a lot of them. And then our female scientists received some business coaching also from Women Tech EU. And on the very last slide, the next, I think one more you have to press, yes, which is our funding in the past 12 months. So in the past year, and a bit more than past year, we raised quite a lot of grants from the Latvian industry and also very competitive EU programs. We also received the second tranche of our seed investment from Commercialization Reactor, as well as an award from EIT Food, which then brings our total money raise to 1.1 million, with approximately a bit more grants than investment, but close to 50-50. I guess that's it for me today.
All right, thank you so much, Carlis. I'm very interested in the numbers, so great that you show them how much of those this is quite a great numbers, to be honest with you. So thank you for pointing out this.
There's one question, actually.
Yes, if there's any questions, yes, can you
Question in the chat, being at TRL7 is an advantage for the program.
It's not related to this presentation, but to the program in general. I think that, again, Nikolai should answer this question. Is if being at TRL7 is an advantage?
Could you repeat the question exactly for me? TRL7, is it okay to be part of program? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, if it's an advantage to be like on higher technology readiness level or not?
Yes and no. Let me say, if real market application same, because first steps, it's customer development, market validation. And because if TRL7 means really proven business, or it's just technology development based on scientist point of view, in reality, it could be turned back and you have to make pivot and start again from TRL4 for another market application. This is what I mean. By the way, in Carly's case, the same. Technology was developed for one type of animal, but to prove it for another type animal, you have to do a step or couple steps back in TRL mention. This is answer. But it's much better to start with TRL7, of course. Did I answer?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So thank you so much, Nikolai.
I see one more question there in the chat is to be successful, the key condition is to be selected by the entrepreneurs. Yes, but there is more, is to be selected by the right entrepreneurs and be the right scientists and have a working technology and be in the right time, in the right place. And all the right things, and then you're successful. That's easy.
I'm laughing now a little bit because it sounds easy, but it can take some time, energy, and luck. So thank you.
90% of the time it doesn't work. So
thank you, Carles. So now we will go to the second researcher who went through Commercialization Reactor, Alberto Navarro. Can you hear us? And can you start your presentation, please?
Yes, I can start the presentation. I already
We can hear
appreciate
echo. I think we can hear echo. Can you speak a little bit louder, maybe? Thank you.
Can you now?
We can hear you, but not with such a good quality. Okay.
Check. Mic check.
I think that maybe you need to switch off some of your sound in order to. Yeah. Okay. So try again, please.
A little better.
Not very well.
Really the same. We can hear some echo in the background. So maybe you have some camera or like mic, 2 mics on.
Yeah. 2 microphones. It looks like.
See that. Speaker. I see only one.
Okay, so maybe we can just continue. So you can just try your best to speak. Yeah. All right, let's get started.
Yeah, well, I do my best, and thank you for your understanding. I'm on the bus, so if you see this thing moving. Good afternoon, everybody. I have to say that Carles made quite the introduction, explaining what the program is about, what you can expect, and how she has support. So from my perspective,
I'm sorry, but we cannot hear you super well. Maybe we can just
let me do something.
take a look on your presentation later, and
maybe Nikolai can comment on this project.
Yeah, Nikolai, can you take a step in and present this presentation from Alberto?
All right, I will try, but
right, so
Alberto, stay online, please. Just okay. Alberto, I tried to talk about your project, but please jump in if you need to tell some. Alberto Navarro, scientist from Politecnica di Torino, our university from Italy, with whom we also have a good relationship, and we start.
Alberto, can you speak? Can you speak to Track?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Please. Yes, very
my
good.
Gosh.
Please.
Thank you. Yes, sorry, Alberto can just continue. Yes, yeah.
Right, fantastic. Nikolai, thank you for the assistance. Really appreciate it. I'm going to take it from here. Okay, quick recap. Thank you for your understanding. I'm on a bus to the airport, so I'm on the move. If you see this wobbling, it's because of that. I was saying the Catalyst made a really terrific introduction about what is CR, how they support innovation, and especially how they team up entrepreneurs and scientists. And this is going to be a trip, not an advice, not just an experience about how it has been for me and in particular for my team. So the next one. So from scientist to co-founder, how do you go from Politecnico di Torino, making a PhD, to make it to take part startup? Next one. It's something like this. Previous one. Yeah, it was intentional. It's something like this. You have an idea. You don't know exactly how to work, but you have the feeling that you want to do something more than only just research. And you just have to have some sexy ideas about what to do with that, but sometimes it's difficult to find the right people to understand what can be used for. And well, that's what Commercialization Reactor and another institution comes in, as well as a TTO from the university. And this last bump that you see before That was also intentional. It means that really it's not a straight line. It's gonna be really bumpy, but you have to have just persistent and ambition. Next one. So what important thing, and I'm pretty sure that Carlos will agree, Nikolai will agree. Neither you will, and it's fine. It's okay. It will take time. It's just a matter of having vision, push through, and to be flexible. Next one. So this was 2 years ago. I think Nikolai can remember very well these presentations, but they were like a little bit of a mess. The idea was there, but we needed the right tools to convey the message, simple, clear, so making people understand, because when we are scientists, we love research, we're passionate about it, we talk endless hours of it. But there is one caveat, only you are the expert of your research. And people will, yes, understand, see, get along, but after a certain point, they wouldn't get it. So your idea, and what you have to do, is to put this into words that somebody else can understand, simple, so you can develop an idea. Next one. But how did you get there? You get there, well, as I said before, I was doing the PhD life. So if you know, you know, running, stress, eating so much, deadlines, we understand how very beautiful, and I enjoy it. Then I participated on the Asian event. There was this cooperation with CR and Polytechnico di Torino. And then we got selected. We started with some team and started the founder type program. But that team died, and it was a disaster. But fortunately, another team also, let's say, changed it, and we were reborn like a phoenix. That led us to apply for the incubation in the European Space Agency. So what exactly we were doing there? Well, we are using satellite data to monitor ground deformation. Then we were going to see that. This is an example of the path that we have followed. So we started in Riga in July 2025 as part of this big. I couldn't be happier when we received the news. Then we started to participate in other communities and in other accelerators, because you need to prove your ideas, you need to validate it. As Carlos mentioned, it's important to build the customer. So the main focus of your task, of all the tasks you're going to do this first year, which is 6 to 12 years, is to find a customer, to validate the product, and to see if this can be launched as a service. So we enter the EAT community, and we participated in Tokyo in the program. Then we also participated in Jobstarter. Jobstarter is an amazing opportunity for those who don't have, like me at the time, the training and expertise on how to run the business plan, how to put your idea into economic terms, to what is the customer, what is the product, what is the service, how to put that into words. Then also SMB providing us a lot of support, training and activities. And we are very happy because due to the work that we have been doing in 2025, we were awarded with the Rising Star, one of the newest startups in Commercialization Reactor. Just to continue, then we also have not only your path that you are supported. So we participated in different events, so from ESA to connect with other startups, meaning you are not alone. And if you look at the opportunities, you will always find something. You just have to knock the doors. And well, the last one, it's 2 days ago, we were in Amsterdam, participating for the Latvia delegation. I think that one slide was missing, but because it showed what we were doing, but it's okay. So now, in which state we are? We are already validated a product. It didn't show on the slides. It was missing for some reason. But we developed a platform to monitor dams. So we started monitoring from gas storage operations, And then the technology led us to switch the market because there wasn't any market. So we have to pivot exactly like Carlos mentioned. And then we developed a platform for monitoring dams across all the world. Just the last one. There was some issue, some slides were missing, but at the moment, it didn't show. We have raised 80,000, which is the money that is granted for the incubation period. And now we are about to start raising a fundraising round for the seed of 1.5 million. So we can have a year and a half of continuous work and improvement of technology and capturing new customers. This is my story. And then you have my email, the company website, and the QR code. If you're curious about it, you can also check a little bit more on the website. So guys, see the shift and stay.
All right, thank you so much. We barely hear you, unfortunately, but thank you for trying your best. You are in the train, if I get it right, in the Netherlands. So now we will go to our future, potentially Commercialization Reactor colleague here. Alexander Kostiński would like to participate in the Commercialization Reactor for the first time. So thank you for coming here in person, and let's hear your story.
Thank you. No, it is important for our team that the commercialization reactor is a really unique commercialization tool specifically for scientists. A scientist shouldn't have to leave science or become an entrepreneur. The reactor team know how to create an effective symbiosis between a scientist and entrepreneurs and an investor. Over the past 16 years, they accumulate a wealth of useful know-how for working with deep tech innovations. That is why our team has started this journey together with them and Technology Center of Prague. Thank you.
Okay, and we are looking forward to an initial event with you for the first time.
And I will also add, because it wasn't said, that Alexander is working at the Institute of Nuclear Physics of the Academy of Sciences.
Yes.
Is considered to join the initial event. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, so thank you. And now we will think a little bit more about what's next, actually, because we have one potential company or like a spin-off to be created here. And
well,
we have
now, hopefully after the 2 days event, there will be much more.
Yes. So we would like to also hear.
New company.
Yes. We are hoping that there will be a great match with partners, entrepreneurs, and initial event investors, etc. So, but we have also these two people who already created spin-offs and have some success with investing investors and also venture capital from Commercialization Reactor. But my biggest question would be maybe to the person who hasn't spoken yet. There is Pervin. She is actually inside of Commercialization Reactor, and she's working with different cases. Pervin, can you hear us well?
Yes, I hear you, Martina.
Anna, but
all right. All right. My question to you will be the same I asked you recently. So what are the most common questions you have from researchers when you speak with researchers and when you are in contact with them daily? So what are the most common questions from them?
Hi again, I'm Pervin. I'm working as a Nikolai's assistant, and I have chance to join almost each meeting with Nikolai. So as I hear, the most common question is like what I hear, how we can start, like a lot of paperwork, a lot of bureaucracy, everything is waiting for us. Like in general, scientists are looking from that side, but in that point, Commercialization Reactor is doing all over paperwork and almost everything.
It sounds that you are also a little bit tired or like overloaded with admin activities. Thank you for sharing that. And now we'll go maybe to Nikolai. Nikolai, could you reveal the secret, or can you reveal more about this case about successful exits? We have seen 3 successful exits. Can you tell more? How does it look like? Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, we have 3 exits. Name of companies is Naka Technologies, Essent Lumina, and AR Power. 3 of them really different. Let me start from latest one. AR Power was we have exit. I mean Commercialization Reactor and partners, but scientists and entrepreneurs they continue to develop program. Our stake was bought by one later stage investor in defense area, and they prefer to bought our stake and to say thank you very much with good money and good VRR, but it's technology was how to build synthetic data generation technology that prepares AI vision system for any sensors. I read because I cannot remember such. So this was something for drone management and so on and so on. And therefore, this is exit for us, but not for co-founders. This is one. So it's not so it may be attractive for you to hear, but let me go to second one. It's Essent Lumina. It's was bought by one investor, business angel investor, and co-founders left, and I mean partially exited, and we fully exited. So it was alternative solution for low emission mobility, mainly dual system for diesel engines. So it was this technology, and the angel investor decided to buy a part stake from scientists and entrepreneurs and full our stake. And the third one, most famous and most biggest one, and it was company Naka Technology, which was sold to quite famous German automotive giant Schaeffler Group. Maybe you know this company. So it was a vacuum coating system, very specific technology which fits to Schaeffler Group, and it was bought for very good money. The Schaeffler Group bought all company from all co-founders, including us, including scientists, including entrepreneurs, including first stage investors as well, and second stage investors. So this is all chain of investment, and it was exit for all system and before this. This deal. Unfortunately, I cannot share numbers, but let me say it's 2 digits number of on money invested. But for scientists and for entrepreneurs, it's because they invested time and knowledge. I cannot say how big return was, but they really happy. So it's relative.
All right. Thank you so much. We have question in the chat. Jiří, can you read this?
Can the university be a co-owner of the new spin-off?
Please repeat the beginning.
Can the university be a co-owner of the new spin-off?
We prefer to suggest to be stake option holder. not physical shareholder, because it's not so attractive to investors to have especially state-owned university as shareholder. This is it's possible. It's possible, but it's less attractive to investors, and therefore we suggest to our partnering university to be happy with stake option. It means to get all financial benefits, but do not participate into real management system and decision making. So this is answer.
And I remind that even though there is no stake equity of the university still profits from it financially through the royalties.
We suggest to discuss these both benefits and to have return on licensing agreement and have return on possible quasi stake. It's possible, everything discussable, but it depends on real role of university in future success.
We have a question here in the room. Yes, please.
If you can hear me, maybe repeat it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But the question, like, could you describe some kind of exemplary pathway of the intellectual property, how to get it from a university towards to spin-off? Just like typical example, I know that there would be a lot of variations of that, but just in a sense.
Let me say, each university differs from another university. I never seen the same universities and the same policies. It depends on the policy of university, and normally we try to be adjusted for your policy, or we try to convince somehow and something to change.
We have lost Nikolai.
Sorry?
A second. We have lost everybody else. Okay, just a second, please. So what has happened?
Nikolai, we can't.
Oh, we
Okay,
can,
okay,
yes,
okay,
we can hear you now. Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
Do you hear me?
Continue. Yes,
yeah. Right now, but for a second we missed you.
All right. Let me say, each university differs from another, and we have to be adjusted to policy for particular university. And sometimes it's possible easy. Sometimes it's try to be to balanced, and it's everything discussable. Let me say so. Yeah.
There is another question from Jason.
Yeah, I'm interested about the incubation, the ignition program. So basically, the before stage, the stage 2. So they will inform us about how to do the video pitch and everything.
Yes, exactly.
And then how it will move forward in the ignition program. So to the investors, we are going to just present the video pitch, and then they will see the video pitch and then go through like how they will matchmake.
Yeah. Yes. So I have some ideas, but I have never participated in this ignition event. So maybe again I will let Nikolai to answer this question specifically.
So when the investors are coming into this,
no, I think you are asking more about like really how this ignition event looks like.
Yes.
all right.
Let me point very important to say very important point. First of all, we unite scientists and entrepreneurs. And only after this proto company will be prepared to become investment ready, and only after it could be shown to investors. For during ignition event, it's not tasked to show any case to investors. It's too early. too early. So, and only when newborn company, proto company, will go through different stage of preparation, different stage of, and with aim to become investment ready. And only after we have and demo day, and we invite specifically investors from different verticals, and normally it's happen after half a year to 1 year. We can ask Alberta, when did you get money from SAB Latvia after how many months?
Yeah, we applied to WSF later around March, which is like 3 months after the ignition event, and we ended up receiving the first tranche of the money in October. So
all right.
Time.
Thank you very much. It's exactly what question is, and also Carles can say when his company, if he is still here, I don't know. But normally it's company becomes proto company becomes investment ready after several months, not early.
Maybe I will also comment on Jason's question. So actually, you will be really guided together with the Commercialization Reactor team on how to prepare this video pitch during these 3 online sessions before the ignition event. And during the ignition event, they will play the video pitch. So it will not be a live pitch. You will not be pitching live, but it will be pre-recorded. But you will be there online to answer any questions. And when there is an interest from an entrepreneur, you will be sent to the breakout room with the entrepreneur to discuss this technology deeply. But so the video pitch is just not to stress you to have the live pitch during the ignition.
Only answer and
yes, you will be there, but just this material which is prepared in advance.
Yes, exactly. Let me a little bit comment. It's but ignition event. It's not a point when decision will be made. The decision will be made gradually, and during this specific program, you will see it's not mandatory for scientists, but it's mandatory for entrepreneurs. We will see together how it's going on, and do we need to add some efforts and so on and so on. It's team of entrepreneurs could be transferred. It's not set in stone from the very beginning. You will have this person. That's it. No, it's also a leave process. As example, in Alberta case, initially there were 3 entrepreneurs, 1 composition. Right now there are 3 entrepreneurs, but another composition. Entrepreneurs from Slovenia, Greece, and Latvia. So originally, Alberta has such people. In Carles' case, opposite. There were more scientists at the beginning and 1 entrepreneur. The same entrepreneur, but less scientists and active scientists, because it's also, if you will start to think to join, please think who will be co-founder from scientists. Not all your friends, not all your laboratory. It doesn't work. Who could be a real co-founder? I mean, to play some role, scientific role, but some role. Yes.
All right. We would like to maybe hear more also about matching, like how people are paired, because you pointed out that there's a video that is pre-recorded, and then entrepreneur listen to this video and goes to breakout room.
Okay.
Can you just explain how what is the mutual connection between entrepreneur and scientist? Thank you.
All right. All right, let me explain. So let me start from half a year before Ignition event, because we start to work with entrepreneurs the same as with you, but more harder, let me say. So more intensive with entrepreneurs. They obliged to pass through our qualifying program, which could be from several days but intensive several days, like boot camp, to 8 weeks. So, and during this preparation work, we have understanding about each person. And of course, some of them, they are our friends for many years already. So, and let me add a little bit to presentation of Martina. It was 200 people, not as total number. It's every year we add such number of entrepreneurs, and we work with them. They based on case study. We give them cases, and they are working with them, and we participate and we prepare, and we see who is who. Of course, it's not 100% guarantee, definitely, because human process is sometimes unpredictable. But we see pluses and minuses of a particular entrepreneur or entrepreneurial team, and then we qualify them. We allow them to participate into Ignition event, and we try to have ratio 3-4 entrepreneurs per one scientific case. It should be competition among them. This is very important, and therefore very often initial entrepreneurial team is bigger than one, but then it's become less and less. So because it's hard, and this process we try to have it very natural, very natural. It's during your presentations, people see all of them, one by one, all of them, and we ask them to mark at least 3, maximum 5 priorities, and we try to and our opinion for sure is very important. Number one, our opinion. We very friendly to scientists. I cannot say same for entrepreneurs, let me say. So, and we try, because they have to work hard. They have to work hard, and they have to earn their stake in future company. This is a crucial point, and this is some kind of chemistry. Sometimes I can't explain, but at the final of Ignition event, normally we have some regular distribution of people among all, and we have very intensive internal consulting among our team who used to work with people who know them, and so on and so on. This is some how to say, it's not scientific approach, let me say. It's more human approach.
All right, thank you so much. Do we have any questions on chat? Not any longer? Okay, so we maybe moving to the next part of, do you have any questions in the meeting room here? Not any longer? Okay. So then we will go probably to the next steps. We will cut a little bit presentation. All right. So,
okay.
Yes.
So what are the immediate next steps after today? So what you can do today, tomorrow? Scientists who are interested in participating in this program, you can register right now. You can register for the next Ignition event, which will take place in late October. You can use this registration link or the QR code to register. I repeat, it's very simple, 4 minutes, and it's not binding at all, actually. By registering, you do not sign to anything. So if you are a scientist or a technology transfer officer who was attending this event, and this program makes sense to you, please help us promote the program. in your institution. Feel free to disseminate communication, to communicate about the program to other researchers in your institution. If you know someone who is really a suitable candidate for this program, please do not hesitate to engage such person immediately. Then I remind that it's very important that your home institution declares intention to cooperate and confirms a route towards know-how and know-how transfer. And in future stages, there will be a non-disclosure agreement to be signed. So in the first place, the technology transfer office or the management of your institution needs to sign a letter of intent or express agreement in some other way, definitely before the researcher participates in the ignition event. Also, at any step, you can consult the Technology Center Prague if you have any questions, any doubts regarding the process, the methodology. We can also help you communicate with your home institutions in order to obtain the letter of intent. We can schedule more meetings with your management to explain again about this program, the processes and the methodology. So, but what is important, if you want to participate, register immediately and start securing the letter of intent from your home institution immediately, because without expression of interest from your home institution, you cannot participate in the ignition event. We also suggest this letter of intent draft. This is a letter of intent that another Czech institution already signed. If you need to adjust the wording, it's definitely possible. It's just to declare the intention. This letter can be signed, for example, by the head of the technology transfer office or anyone from the university or research organization management. So I remind, we are there to help you, to support you in communicating with your institutions. You can contact either me or Anna, and we are looking forward to your projects and hopefully future successful spin-offs. Thank you very much.
Thank you for today. Thank you for presentation and for all the people online. So yes.
So I think that now I will stop sharing because that's all. And we can hopefully see the audience online.
Yes. And you can see Nikolai there sitting from Riga. And yes. Hello, hello. And see you hopefully one day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sota. Thank you so much
you.
for researchers to join here, and Pervin for being our administrator. And yes.
And of course, we will send the presentation. If you are interested in the record, we can send it as well.
Yes. Thank you for today. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okie dokie. So if you would like to, if you would like to take a drink or a coffee,